Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vanillaraccoon and welcome to a Vanilla Plus Minecraft Let's Play video. In this episode, we are going to be doing some landscaping over on that section of the peninsula, and we're also going to extend the pathway that we have leading to and around our small modern survival house. And before we even do that, I just want to mention, as you may have seen at the beginning of this act, that I am wearing a top quality player head that resembles a Pokemon egg. Now, for the longest time, I have been trying to get my hands on this particular player head, and, well, up until now, I have had the worst of luck, but when I came across a skeleton that had spawned with it, and I slayed it, it was to my amazement that it dropped it, and so here I am, rocking it proudly. And it actually, now that I look at it, it looks like a 2-kilometer egg from Pokemon Go. Which, speaking of which, upon the recording of this video at least, a new Pokemon Go short film has made its way to your new home for entertainment, which is Vanillaraccoon.com. So if you haven't already checked it out, then through the power of YouTube cards, one will be appearing in the top right corner of your screen that you can click or tap on at any point in time throughout this video, and it will take you to it. Now, my idea for what I want to do here is I want to create some type of a polyculture farm over here, and I also want to create some type of a sheep farm as well, because up until now I have been living off of the melons, and although they are a nice organic meal to have, well, not meal but snack I should say, it's not the most healthiest of things to just live off of one particular thing. So I want to try and have a little variation in my diet, so we're going to try and get some meat as well by farming the sheep, so that way we can get some raw mutton. And also, one thing that I've had happen every once in a while in this Vanilla Plus Minecraft Let's Play world is I would be just relocating a happy little tree to a new safer place for it to live at, or even doing some mining, and out of nowhere I'll get teleported all the way back to spawn. And so, as you can tell, at least right here, we do have a command block that has a certain command that will teleport at Vanillaraccoon back to spawn, and that's only when something is either stepping on or falls onto the pressure plate. But if you'll see right here, at least, we now have a baby fence going around these 3 particular pressure plates that are sitting on top of a command block. And I do think that the reason why I was randomly being teleported back to spawn is because something, whether something hostile that goes bump in the night or something passive or neutral were to be walking by, may have accidentally stepped foot on the pressure plate, which would then have teleported me there. So let's go ahead and just begin to make our way back to the swampland hut, and here we are. So without a further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for me to go ahead and gather up all of the materials and resources that I'm going to need for this project, and I'll see you guys in. Although style is dead and comfort is king, I will admit that a bit of both is what I took into consideration when designing the shelter for our sheep, which is what I was working on to show you during the second act. So before we even get into that, I just want to mention that the pathway that used to be made up of coarse dirt blocks along with grass has been removed, at least for this portion of the pathway. As you can tell, we now have a variation of stone, and that is because I wanted to make the pathway look a little bit more pretty and appealing to my eyes, at least. And seeing as how we now have better leaves in my own personal resource pack, which is made possible thanks to System CFIM, I thought we would go ahead and utilize the oak leaves just to add a little bushy effect to the pathway. Now, right down here, it's going to stem off to this island, and what I'm thinking of doing at this time at least is just relocating our our teleportation platform from over there all the way to over here, so that way it's not completely out of the way, but we don't have to worry about any of the nearby mobs accidentally stepping on the pressure plate that would then teleport yours truly all the way back to spawn. And there is a sheep over there. I thought I heard all of them over here. So anyways, this is going to be the shelter for our sheep. Now, when I was in my creative test world playing around with different ideas, I kept building along a modern theme, and instead of holding myself back and trying to force myself to build in a completely different theme, I figured, alright, I guess they're going to be living in both style and comfort. So as you can tell, at least, it looks like it can house maybe roughly 5 to 7 sheep is what I'm going to take a guess at right now. And then also right inside of here we have a nice little chill area, so that way if we want to, we can just relax after herding them and tending to their sheepy needs. And also, as you can tell, the pathway that is up there also continues all the way over here in terms of utilizing a variation of stone and of course an oak leaf block. Now what I would like to do is, in between the second and third act, is begin to make this place look a little bit more appealing to my eyes by taking some GMO, aka bone meal, and just lacing it within the nearby grass blocks, and also establishing a few of my little signature custom trees, which is basically 2 oak logs encased within oak leaves. So let me go ahead and begin to do some landscaping and maybe get my build on that island, to be determined, and I'll see you guys for the third and final. Well, I must admit, this short-term project really is coming together, and I couldn't be any more proud than I already am with how things are starting to turn out, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the outcome for this project as well. If you are, then make sure you give this video a like, so that way it lets me know that you're interested in not only this type of content, but you're also digging what we're doing here together. Now, let's go ahead and take a look as to what's been going on in between the scenes. Now, as I stated in the first act of this episode, I wanted to establish a bit of a polyculture farm, and I did do that. However, a majority of this is going to be made up of wheat. However, we do have some potatoes starting to grow, and thankfully I was able to gather these potatoes from zombies. Now, unfortunately, in this video I'm not going to be able to showcase some new textures that were given to the zombies, and we do have a variation of zombie textures I must add as well, and this is all thanks to, once again, System CFM, who has been doing an amazing job with helping me cultivate Vance John 3.0 into something more than what I originally envisioned it to be. So maybe in the next video we'll get a little bit lucky and have some zombies spawn, whether it be in the daylight, because I don't like to record at night both in real life and in game, or maybe we can do a bit of a caving / chatty session and hopefully run into a multitude of zombies. So right up there we used to have our teleportation platform, however now it is right here, and I basically took the design that we have for our small modern house that is for sheep, and I just reduced it a few blocks more, so that way we could have something that looks like it but not entirely, and this is where our teleportation platform is going to be. Now, just to prevent any nearby mobs from stepping on this pressure plate, I went ahead and placed it within this 2x2 room right here, and even though we do have glass panes, thankfully at least, if my understanding is correct, then any hostile creatures that go bump in the night that would see us out here will not be able to see us from behind the glass. So if I'm wrong, then I'm sure I'll find out the fun way. Gonna just knock on my wooden desk so that way that doesn't happen. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, then please give it a like, so that way it lets me know you are enjoying the content and you look forward to seeing more like it. And also, if you are new to the channel, then consider subscribing to your new home for entertainment. But do not forget to turn on notifications, that way you will not miss a future upload. But make sure you also have the notifications set so you receive them for all videos. My name is Vanillaraccoon. You have been awesome. I would like to wish you a happy day, and peace out.